How can people be so cruel? Easy to be hard, easy to be cold. How can people have no feeling? How can they ignore their friends? Easy to be bad.
Where have you been? I've been waiting since 7.
Get in, I have to find fireworks.
Let me drive.
Get in, I haven't eaten in 24 hours. Are you coming or not?
All next week. Against the Lee Diamonds at 1017 4th Street, San Rafael. Open till 9 Friday.
It's too crowded.
I thought you were starving.
Let's go someplace quiet.
Okay. What are we doing?
Sitting, listening to music, talking.
You seem weird. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's July. How many shirts are you wearing?
I'm cold.
You're cold on the 4th of July.
Fuck off and die!
What?
Fuck off and die?
Shut up. Where's that car at the drive? I saw that car, Mr. Vance. Do you want me to tell him to leave?
Stay in the car.
Was that your husband?
No.
Who was that, darling?
Don't worry about it.
Don't tell me not to worry. Who was it?
It's nothing. Shit.
Let's go. Now, Dee. Get your wallet. Man, you really creeped us out.
waves of love. Roly-poly, 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 poly.
Vallejo Police Department.
I want to report a double murder.
May I have your
If you
name
go 1
and where
mile
you're calling?
east on Columbus Parkway, the public park, you'll find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Luger. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye.
Come on, buddy.
I swallowed it.
Why?
It was minty.
Can't do that. It's not good for you. Lunchbox.
Why am I not going on the bus?
We're late. Okay, you're staying with your mom and Aaron tonight. So you don't like having a new little brother?
No, not really.
Oh, that's honest. Learn a lot. There will be a test tonight.
System with Garage turntable and Pioneer speakers for $188. Make it to Matthews before 10, but hurry! 6400 Mission Street, top of the hill, Davie City.
How's the coffee today?
Fascists don't have a sense of humor, so there she goes. She says, what is the difference between an elephant and a hippopotamus? I say, you know what, I'm not certain. She goes, there's no difference, they're both silly. I mean, only a sense. That's too much hilarity. So I felt it. Better. Divorce. I'll tell you again in 2 weeks it'll be fun. Are you opening for a style in Florida?
Editorial in 2.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, Stan, tell Mr. Howe the draft work piece was damn near perfect. Grace Smith. Horrid. Horrid? Not so horrid. Horrid. I'm thinking we go with not so horrid. Paul, what's on the crime beat?
Janice in Datebook left the fondue party before everyone got naked. That's a crime. Just seen her. Wouldn't kid you.
Maybe the beginning of a crime wave.
You need to see this.
Go get the publisher.
Dear editor, this is the murderer of the 2 teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman and the girl on the 4th of July near the golf course in Vallejo. To prove I killed them, I shall state some facts which only I and the police know. Christmas, brand name of ammo, Super X. 10 shots were fired. The boy was on his back with his feet to the car. The girl... Would you read that, please?
The girl was on her right side, feet to the west. 4th of July. 1. Girl was wearing patterned slacks. The boy was also shot in the knee. Brand name of ammo was Western. Here is part of a cipher. The other 2 parts of this cipher are being mailed to the editors of the Vallejo Times and SF Examiner. I want you to print this cipher on the front page of your paper. In this cipher is my identity. If you do not print this cipher by the afternoon of Fry, F-R-Y, 1st of August 69, I will go on a kill rampage Fry night. I will cruise around all weekend killing lone people in the night, then move on to kill again until I end up with 12 people over the weekend. It's unsigned except for a symbol.
Is it me? Or does that look like a gun sight?
Today's August 1st. He wants his code in the afternoon edition.
If the Examiner doesn't have the balls to run it, we scoop the bait.
Al, this man is talking about shooting 12 people.
And not running this might make him do that.
If we run it, we might be setting a very dangerous precedent.
Oh, come on now. It's newsworthy.
We're giving some sick bastard a soapbox. What does that say to people?
Back up. Is this Vallejo story true? Do we know that?
Paul?
What? I cover crime in Vallejo? Yeah, I cover crime in Vallejo. 10 minutes.
Let's shoot the code and call SFPD. If it turns out to be real, at least we'll have the material.
All right.
Ray Smith, don't you have a cartoon to finish?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Paul Avery from the San Francisco Chronicle. I'm looking for someone to shed some light on a letter we received. Thank you.
Sergeant Mullenix.
Sergeant Paul Avery from the San Francisco Chronicle. I just want to check if you had an unsolved firearm-related homicide on Christmas and maybe one on July 4th.
Shit. You guys got one, too.
Confirmed. VPD, they confirmed the shootings.
Al's on the phone with the Examiner. They got the same letter with a different code.
Also, the Times Herald. Christmas, 2 teenagers on Lover's Lane, both DOA. David Faraday and Betty Jensen. July 4th, Darlene Farron and Michael I think it's Mayhew. Anyway, he lived, she didn't.
The murder weapons?
Ballistics. Everything he said in the letters match. I mean, I think the Times Herald is going to go with it.
The Examiner's going, but won't go front page. I say let's go front page. If he kills 12 people, it's not our fault.
Robert, we need the cartoon.
You're not finished?
No, I'm finished, Carol. I'm finished. Terrio's still here.
Really?
The first edition is off the floor in 10, Charles.
Give us a sec.
Okay, replate. We'll go on page 4.
What do you say, 20 bucks, whoever cracks the psycho's name?
He won't give his name.
Morty's? Anyone? Where I'm heading.
Turn the light. Grab your book. Now go get your jammies on.
All right, people, listen up. The cipher is broken into 3 sections, each with 8 lines and 17 symbols.
No breaks between the symbols, denoting different words. No numbers or clues to substitution keys.
And you got symbols from at least 7 different sources. Greek, Morse code, maybe semaphore, weather symbols, astrological signs.
Hey, take a gander at this code thing.
Okay.
You want to give it a go?
Guy used to sit there was a great cartoonist, Bob Bastian. Now he's on public television for some reason. Paul Avery.
Robert Graysmith. I've been here 9 months.
You were right, by the way. You didn't give his name.
Who cracked it?
A history teacher and his wife, Salinas.
I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all. To kill something gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise. Then all that I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife.
He thinks our friend's a tad bit fucker in the head. I heard he even sent Vallejo a code key. Just to help.
What is that at the bottom?
Leftovers. Maybe an anagram? One do that.
I like puzzles. I do them a lot.
How did you know he wasn't going to give his name?
Dangerous animal. Dangerous animal.
Oh, what dangerous animal? How do I know that?
Paul.
Yes, Tim.
Editorial now.
Very well.
Another letter. More of the same. Details about the murders. He taped a flashlight to the gun. That's how he hit him in the dark.
And he gave himself a name.
You know, this used to be the town of Monticello, but at some point, the county decided that the land would work better as a lake, so they flooded it. But there's an entire...
Hidden city under the water. We were here last spring, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else is here.
It is a public park.
I think he's watching us.
Well, we're very good looking.
Where'd he go? He went behind that tree.
All right, so he's taking a leak.
He's coming towards us. Oh my God, he has a gun.
Don't move. I want your money and your car keys.
Okay. We're not going to do anything, okay? We're going to cooperate. Just tell me what you want us to do. Steve. You're welcome to everything I have. If there's anything else I could do for you, maybe I could write you a check. Okay, I could give you my phone number. You know, I might be able to help you. Even more than you might think.
He's a sociology major.
Pre-law. Actually. Keys. You know, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly where I put my keys. They might be on the blanket. Is it okay? Here's the keys.
Don't get up. I want her to tie you up.
Okay. Don't get any ideas. I'm not. I killed a guard escaping from prison in Montana. I'm not doing anything, okay? I'm not afraid to kill again. Look away. What was the name of that prison? Hey, you said it was in Montana, right? I'm taking your car. I'm going to Mexico. We didn't complain when you tied our hands. Okay, you have everything that I have. We have done everything that you've asked. It's okay. She tied you loose, didn't she? All right. Get on your stomach so I can tie your feet. Okay. It gets really cold out here at night. We could freeze. Okay, you all done? You know, just because people are going to ask, was that thing even loaded? It's okay. This is all going to be okay.
Napa Police Department. I want to report a murder. No, a double murder. They are 2 miles north of parking headquarters. They were in a white Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. I'm the one that did it.
43L2 has a male victim with him. Finder's ambulance has been dispatched.
Boy lived, the girl didn't. Again. God, could you imagine surviving something like that? Writing the dates on the side of the car. We got 2 Vallejo killings, now there's one in Napa. Why Napa? What the hell is he doing out of Vallejo? Sweet mother of Christ, what are you drawing?
Kid at the lake? This is what he said the Zodiac was wearing.
Oh, God, that's a hell of a getup.
Oh,
Hyman,
what are you
I
doing?
wrote it. It's done. Now I just got to type it up.
Type it up.
Yeah.
It's not finished until you type it up. We've got to read it. What's that?
That's Zodiac at the lake. What's the story with the kid? He seems a little like touched or medicated. Or...
Graceman.
Yeah, what is
He's a fucking Boy Scout. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't curse.
And he's back.
I knew it.
Knew
Dan's
what?
the most dangerous animal of all. I knew that. I heard that from somewhere. The most dangerous game. It's a movie about a count who hunts people for sport. People. The most dangerous game.
Who's that? That's the...
That's Count Zaroff.
Zaroff? With a Z?
And that will be all for the news on the 20. We've got curfews in effect tonight for the following counties: Napa, Solano, Contra Costa, Alameda, Marin, and San Mateo. So please, everyone, stay safe. Vic in San Francisco, you're on the line. You're not scared of the Zodiac?
Heck no, he's only shooting those farm kids. What scares me is those hippies out in the hay with their free love and weird clothes.
We've got Alfred from Vacaville.
You know, I think that was really offensive. It's not just farm kids. These are nice, clean-cut young people.
Hey, nobody's downplaying the loss of human life here, Alfred.
Well, that last guy was. We have good, solid communities out here in the North Bay. Unlike in the city where you have Satanists running around.
Well, you bring up a good question. Is the Zodiac a Satanist? Amber from Oakland, what do you think?
I don't really know, but I just know that the code that they printed didn't look very Christian. But I think a bigger problem is that the paper shouldn't have printed anything that the Zodiac has been doing. That they're just printing all that stuff to sell more newspapers.
Well, the Zodiac did demand they print his letters or he'd kill more people.
Yeah, but he would have done it anyway, whether they printed it or not.
Yeah, interesting point. So what do you think he'll do next?
Cisco Police Department.
Yep, there's a fight in a cab.
What is your location?
3390 at Washington, at the corner of Cherry. One drunk and we think he's robbing him.
Is the crime still in progress?
Yes, please hurry.
Whoever this is, you owe me a new lamp.
Cabby's been shot 3 blocks from the Presidio.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't me. I've been with my bride all night. She can vouch.
Go put on the Folgers.
You'll pick me up?
Let me just describe the lamp you're gonna buy me. I just got to sleep.
Suspect's Negro male adult. Waltz on scene, locked off the cab and secured the crowd.
Seriously, got to sleep. I lost feeling in my arm and everything.
Crackers. You ever tried Japanese food?
What do you mean, like teriyaki?
No, like the urchin. Raw fish.
I'm eating here, Bill.
I always wanted to try it.
So why don't you?
I haven't got around to it.
Evening, gents. Lovely night for a botched robbery.
Yeah, third this week. Must be end of summer rush.
I got foot patrols going through the park. Dogs are on the way. The victim's name is Paul Stein. Lucette pronounced him at 1010. Suspect fired 1 shot to the back of the head. Driver's wallet and car keys are missing.
How'd you know his name?
Leroy there came down from Yellow Cab to ID him. Neighborhood's pretty high end for this kind of thing, so I already set up transport for the cab. Coroner's here.
Any witnesses?
Kids who called it in saw the suspect from that window.
They hear a shot?
No. We first saw him in the front seat, thought he was a drunk fighting with the driver. Oldest kid ran downstairs to get a better look from the dining room. Described him as a white male, glasses, crew cut, stocky, wearing a dark jacket.
Wait, I thought someone said he was black.
That's the description that went out to radio cars.
Yeah, we already corrected it.
Oh, well, that's good.
You guys need anything else?
No, get out of here.
Thanks. Happy birthday.
Wait, it's your birthday.
Yep.
That's great. Happy birthday.
Thanks. Body or scene?
It's your birthday. I'll take the body.
Hey, it looks like you wiped the cab down pretty good. We got some blood over here.
Prince?
Could very well be. We'll dust it at the hall. The odd thing is, we also got gloves.
Suspects?
There's blood on them.
Hey, Pete? You through over there? Can I get in there? Who rolled him?
Stewards.
Up. I got a single 9mm casing. Yeah, Luger.
Nothing from the crowd.
Okay, I'm your shooter. Negro male adult who also happens to be a stocky, crew-cut Caucasian. I flag a cab. I give him this address. Then I give him this address. Who's got the fare book?
Right here.
Washington and Maple. It's 1 block east.
Lighting's the same over here, so maybe I see someone walking their dog.
You don't want any witnesses, so you tell him to go down a block. He pulls over.
I wait for him to put it in park, because I'm smart, and I don't want him hitting the accelerator when I shoot him. Yeah?
He stops, puts it in park, boom.
I shoot him on the right side. He slumps right.
Maybe you've got your hand on his collar when you shoot.
All right, so either way, I just dump a quart of blood in the front seat.
So why do you get in the front seat?
For the money.
But he's dead. You could just reach over the seat, pull out his wallet. You don't have to go anywhere near the blood. So why do you get in the front seat?
I'm an idiot.
But you're not an idiot. You waited for him to put it in park.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
I am an idiot. I just killed a man for $8.25. It's his third fare of the night. Does anyone have any animal crackers?
animal crackers?
They're in the car.
I'm saving those for later.
Are you a reporter?
No, I'm Inspector Dave Toski, SFPD. Sir, I was wondering if I'd be able to talk to your children one at a time and preferably alone.
They just saw a man murdered.
I understand.
It looked like they were drunk and fighting. Yeah, and he had a rag. He came around the side of the car and he was wiping stuff.
Did you get a chance to see his face?
I did. Well, sort of.
Do you remember what he looked like?
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal.
This is the Zodiac speaking. I am the murderer of the taxi driver over by Washington Street and Maple Street last night. To prove this, here is a blood-stained piece of his shirt. I am the same man who did in the people in the North Bay area. The SF police could have caught me last night if they had searched the park properly instead of holding road races with their motorcycles.
Gentlemen.
Dave.
Paul, where's his shirt?
Right there, boss.
There's your rag the kids talked about.
So you got in the front seat to tear up a piece of the shirt?
Is this on the record?
What do you think?
He confirms the Vallejo and Napa killings.
Gets worse.
Robert, you have a deadline?
What does he mean it gets worse?
Read the last part.
School children make nice targets. I think I shall wipe out the school bus some morning, just shoot out the front tire, and then pick off the kiddies as they come bouncing out. Jesus Christ, who's got school buses? Department of Transportation?
School board.
All right. I'm gonna need elimination prints from your staff. Is anyone here that didn't touch this letter?
This is my way back to my desk. I got phones if you want.
You need to get matches on blood and fabric.
I'll call Napa and Vallejo, get the letters up to Sherwood and start them out.
Dave, just one thing. Is it true they got a print off the cab?
Yeah, they got a partition in blood. But that is not for publication.
Oh, hey, come on. Hey, it's me.
Did he say they got a print?
Partial.
Whoa. Dude, he wears his gun like bullet.
McQueen got that from Toski.
Does he think that Zodiac's gonna send another code? Because I think Zodiac's gonna send another code.
Jesus, Harold Christ on rubber crutches, Bobby. What are you doing? You're doing that thing, the thing we discussed, the thing that I don't like. Starts with an L.
Oh, looming.
Yeah.
In cooperation with SFPD, we will run the Zodiac letter without including the threat on school children. We don't want to start a citywide panic, so I'm asking all of you to please keep this confidential. Just go about your daily business. Thank you.
Pack your carrots and your celery peanut butter, okay?
Dad, you don't have to wait with me.
I know. You know what? I'm gonna drive him today, okay? Come on.
What's that?
Similarities in the lowercase r's.
And that?
It is you waiting in the hall. If you speak again, I have to concentrate.
Sorry.
Sorry, Constance speaking.
There's similarities in the lowercase r's.
We have to release the bus threat.
It'll screw us.
We're already screwed. We just went from routine cabbie shooting to mass murderer targets kids.
Zodiac Killer has come to San Francisco. Confirmation tonight from the San Francisco Police Department. And in his latest taunting letter, which takes credit for the murder of cab driver Paul Stein, the Zodiac has threatened to, quote, wipe out a school bus and pick off the kiddies as they come bouncing out. If you think you might know who the Zodiac is, you can call the San Francisco Police Department's newest tip line, or you can contact the
Press conference is at 4. Gotta give him something.
We're coordinating with the school board, and we expect to break in the case very soon.
What do we really got?
We're swamped, and they can't get anyone on the tip line. They call the switchboard and keep getting put through.
Got any hard suspects?
About 90 an hour. I'm up to around 500.
Well, can't you narrow it down?
I would love to if I could get out of this. Homicide, please hold.
Yeah, hold, please. We're gonna need to tell him we got the entire force on this.
How many men can you give me?
Well, right now it's you and Bill, and Monday's a school day.
Yeah, I know, Chief. I have 3 daughters of my own.
Yeah, I know. Where's Armstrong?
He's on the phone with Vallejo.
We're playing catch-up, Jack. I'd like to set up a meeting with your survivor, Michael Michaud.
I can't. He skipped town.
The only guy who's seen Zodiac without a mask is missing?
When he was still in the hospital, we could show him lineups all day long. As soon as he got out, he split.
Really? Why?
I don't think he wanted to have anything to do with this.
Can you send us everything that you have?
Well, the road goes both ways. Now, we need that print you lifted from the cab, and should have been in on the handwriting.
I apologize. Things have been moving fast.
Who should I talk to in Napa so we can coordinate?
Talk to Ken Narlow. We really should have been in on the handwriting.
I apologize. Things have been moving fast. Listen, we're going to need your scene photos.
Can't help you.
Ken, I don't want to get into a jurisdictional thing.
No. We didn't have a crime scene. The ranger that found the kids literally swept everything into a picnic blanket. All we have are the Wingwalker prints.
The what?
Boot prints to and from the crime scene were made by size 10.5 Wingwalkers, military-style boots sold only at military PXs, designed to walk on the wings of planes.
And you can't buy at a PX without a military ID, so our suspect could be...
Military? Did you guys narrow your list off of this?
Yeah.
Did Vallejo?
I don't know. I don't work in Vallejo. I work here.
Right, I'm gonna need photos of those boot prints.
Sure. Send me the handwriting.
I thought question documents already did.
Nope, Vallejo's got them, not us.
I'll have question documents. Forget it. I'll telefax it to you.
We don't have telefax yet.
Okay, I'll put it in the mail.
We'll mail ours, too. And call Molnix in Vallejo. Maybe he can get you a Mimeo. Why don't you just get a photo off the original plaster cast?
We'd have to wait because they don't have a fax.
We don't have a fax either.
Look, I'm just trying to get us coordinated.
Have you called Solano Sheriff's Office?
Why did I call Solano?
Because the 2 kids that got killed last Christmas were Solanos.
I thought they were Vallejo.
No, they were over the county line, so you're going to need to coordinate with them, too.
Okay. Bill, can I have a word with you?
Where did you see this guy?
We got the call to circle the scene, look for a Negro male.
Where was he?
On Jackson, heading east about the middle of the block.
And this is 3 minutes after the shooting.
Give or take, yeah.
And you're heading east or west?
We were going west.
So you're on Jackson, going west. So the cab was 1 block catty corner southwest?
Correct.
Did you slow down?
Of course we slowed down.
All right.
Listen, dispatch said it was a Negro male.
That was corrected.
No, but at the time they hadn't changed it.
This guy was white. Right, not in a hurry, kind of lumbering along.
Lumbering? What do you mean lumbering?
Shuffling.
Stocky? Had a crew cut?
Yeah, that's all correct. Listen, it was dark. The guy was wearing a dark jacket. There's no way.
It would have been covered in blood. Did you stop him? Did you talk to him? Yes? No?
No.
You need to get with the sketch artist. We have to put out a new composite right away.
5 persons have been murdered in the San Francisco area, and in each case, the killer who...
I shall wipe out a school bus some morning.
San Francisco Police Department.
To see the Stones in concert this summer, contact Oakland.
The new letters from the Zodiac Killer were sent to the city room of the San Francisco Chronicle. One of the letters was 7 pages
Louis.
long, and in it...
No, Louis.
So have you considered the water theory?
What?
Geographically, every attack takes place near a body of water
This
or
is your water
water-based
theory.
name. Lake Berryessa, Blue Rock Springs, Lake Herman.
Washington and Cherry?
You think?
No.
I'm reading this book, Homicide Investigation by Lamone Snyder, and it says you
Lemoine.
look for patterns, so I'm looking for patterns.
No. You can't think of this case in normal police terms.
Why not?
You got 4 crime scenes: Solano, Vallejo, Berryessa, and here. Not a single usable print of the first 3 or in any of the letters?
How does our master criminal come to the city and leave a bloody latent? I mean, assuming the gloves are his, he shoots the cabbie and then takes them off? So it's not his print.
Maybe, maybe not. You're missing the point. The point is, the first attack,
David Faraday and Betty Jensen.
they both died. From there on out, he only manages to kill the girls.
Not for lack of trying.
Not for lack of trying.
Joe lives, Farron dies, Hartnell lives, Shepard dies. He gets so caught up with the women he forgets to finish off the men.
Plus, they're all couples and all on lovers' lanes.
Paul Stein is not.
Exactly.
Single male cab driver on Washington and Cherry doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit. So, why does Zodiac kill him?
He's breaking the pattern. Yeah.
Someone claiming to be Zodiac called Oakland PD a half hour ago. He says he's going to call in on Jim Dunbar's morning show in 3 hours.
On television?
He wants Melvin Belli on to counsel him.
All right. Let's go wake up Melvin. And more crackers?
Glove box.
Are these windows bulletproof?
Yes, Melvin. You don't have to lie down back there.
This man as a marksman could snuff me out at a moment's notice.
Are you sure you're up for this?
Don't you worry about me, Inspector. I'll be fine when the lights are on. This man has asked for my help.
The man you're worrying about snuffing you out?
What are these? Cookies? Dear Lord, do you ever clean this car?
Shit.
KGO must have tipped other stations. Get him talking, convince him to meet you somewhere. If you see an opportunity, we want you to suggest Old St. Mary's Church in Chinatown.
You'll be tracing the call.
Pacific Telephone says you need to keep him on the line for 15 minutes.
We can do that, can't we, Jim?
15 seconds, clear the set.
Here you go, you drunken reprobate.
Minusculio.
We interrupt our regular program to bring you this news bulletin.
Welcome to this special edition of our show, in which we're joined by attorney Melvin Belli, who the Zodiac Killer personally requested to appear.
Hey, finish up, buddy, and put it in the sink.
Good morning, Melvin. Good morning, Jim. So, the phone lines are open. Mr. Belli is here. Here to help, Jim? Yes, here to help. And we ask the public not to call in so that the Zodiac himself can reach us.
Who walks the stair without a care and makes the happiest sound. Bounce up and down just like a cloud.
I saw your Star Trek, by the way. It was excellent.
Shame about the show. Good people. You know, I've often thought of becoming an actor full time.
What was
Your character's name? Gorgie.
Roll the tape. Get the tape.
Jim, we have a call. We're going live.
Hello? Hello, this is Melvin Belli. Who am I speaking with?
This is the Zodiac speaking.
Is there something I can call you that's a little less ominous?
Sam.
Sam. Is there somewhere we can meet Sam and talk about this?
Meet me on top of the Fairmont Hotel without anyone else, or I'll jump.
Have a unit go to the Fairmont Hotel.
Sam. Yes.
Do you think you need medical care?
Medical, not mental.
Do you have health problems?
I'm sick. I have headaches.
Headaches? I have headaches too, but a chiropractor stopped them a week ago. I think I can help you, Sam. Sam?
He knows they're tracing his calls.
Sam.
We'd like you to know that we are not tracing these calls. It's a long, difficult process and ineffective with these short calls.
Sam?
Uh-huh.
We're not tracing these calls. You have my word.
Okay.
Sam, you need to tell me what your problem is.
I don't want to go to the gas chamber. I have headaches. I kill. I don't get them.
That is fucked up. You want to live, don't you? Well, this is your passport. How long have you been having these headaches?
Since I killed a kid.
Do you have blackouts?
Yes.
Do you have fits?
No, I just have headaches.
Did you attempt to call one other time when F. Lee Bailey was with us 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
And why did you want to talk to Mr. Bailey?
Why do you want to talk to me, Sam?
I don't want to be hurt.
Why is he calling?
I don't want to go to the gas chamber.
You won't get hurt if you talk to me.
You're not going to the gas chamber.
I wouldn't think they would ask for capital
Punishment. We should ask the district attorney. Do you want me to do that, Sam? Do you want me to talk to the district attorney?
Well, what was that, Sam?
I did not say anything.
We heard a scream.
That was my headache.
You sound like you're in a great deal of pain.
My head aches. I'm so sick. Oh, I'm gonna kill them. Kill those kids.
Fantastic.
Sam, let's meet and talk, just us.
Okay.
How about Old St. Mary's Church in Chinatown?
No. In front of the Daly City St. Vincent de Paul at 10:30.
I'll see you there. Take care of yourself, Sam. My, you fellows certainly know how to put on a secret meeting.
The true problem is,
I don't want to go to the gas chamber. I have headaches. If I kill, I don't get them.
you want to live.
No, it's not him.
Well, this is your
It's the voice. The
passport.
voice is too high. It's too young.
All right, thanks for coming down, Brian.
Do you have blackout?
That's okay. I got it.
They pulled off the trace. Our Daly City no-show called from a mental institution. Oakland PD's operator is sure the man she talked to had a deeper voice. Calmer. Might have actually been him.
So I shall change my way of collecting slaves. I shall no longer announce to anyone when I commit my murders. They shall look like routine robberies, killings of anger, and a few fake accidents, etc. The police shall never catch me because I have been too clever for them. I look like the description passed out only when I do my thing. The rest of the time I look entirely different. I shall not tell you what my disguise consists of when I kill. As of yet, I have left no fingerprints behind me, contrary to what the police say. I wear transparent fingertips. All it is 2 coats of airplane cement coated on my fingertips. I enjoy needling the blue pigs. Hey, blue pig, I was in the park. You were using fire trucks to mask the sound of your cruising prowl cars. Hey, pig, doesn't it rile you up to have your nose rubbed in your boo-boos? If you cops think I'm going to take on a bus the way I stated I was, you deserve to have holes in your heads. And you need to look at this.
1 bag of ammonium nitrate fertilizer, 1 gallon of stove oil, dump a few bags of gravel on top. It's a bomb.
Okay, we gotta call the army and see if this science experiment could actually work.
Another cipher.
When did these arrive?
They arrived this morning.
Are you planning to publish?
That's what we wanted to talk to you, Joe.
We should have a drink.
Holiday!
Thank you.
So tell me about yourself. You married?
Divorced. I have 2 kids.
What do you do for fun?
I love to read. I enjoy books.
Those are the same things. Why you been going through my trash? I'll come back to that. How'd you know he was going to send another code?
I just guessed.
Just guessed?
The first one seemed too easy.
Right, this can no longer be ignored. What is that you're drinking?
It's an Aqua Velva. You wouldn't make fun of it if you tried it. But who actually cracked the code? A married couple who like puzzles. So what's that tell us about the Zodiac?
He's no expert.
Right, it's just a simple substitution code like the one that we used to do as Boy Scouts. A is 1, B is 2.
We were no Boy Scouts, Robert.
Well, it's not that hard. You just gotta know where to start, though. Get in the first cipher.
You actually carry that around with you?
Why?
No reason.
What's the most common double consonant in the English language?
Consonant?
The double L.
Double L.
And what's the one word that we know that he'll use in here at least once?
Kill.
Right, kill. So the Hardens start looking for double symbols, which they find here, here, and here, each with the same 2 symbols preceding them. So now they've got a repeating 4-letter word, ending with 2 symbols that they assume stand for L.
And since I think the whole word is kill.
And you got the K, you got your I, and you're on your way.
But how do you go from A is 1 and B is 2 to figuring out this whole code?
Well, same way I did. You go to the library. In this book, the author presents a very simple substitution code in the preface. 8 of the 26 symbols that he suggests are found in this cipher.
But they're non-letter symbols, because there's all these medieval ones.
I thought they looked medieval, too. But then I found a code written in the Middle Ages. Guess what it's called? The Zodiac alphabet.
Jesus. What do you want out of this?
What?
What's your angle? This is good business for everyone but you.
How do you mean business?
Hey, come to bed.
I'll be up in a minute. I need to make a phone call.
Hello?
Bill.
Huh.
There's not many basements in California.
Basement for future use.
That's right.
I'll have Vallejo and Napa check with their city planners. Get some sleep.
Yeah, sure.
Dear Melvin, this is the Zodiac speaking. I wish you a happy Christmas. The one thing I ask of you is this: please help me. I cannot reach out for help because this thing in me won't let me, thank you. I am finding it extremely difficult to hold it in check, and I'm afraid I will lose control again and take my 9th and possibly 10th victim.
Melvin, he's reaching out to you.
Absolutely. Inspectors, he sent this letter directly to my residence. It is a cry for help intended as a private communique.
Which is why you contacted the Chronicle.
The people have a right to know. Toddy?
When did the letter arrive?
In the middle of last week. I was away on safari. What did you gentlemen do for Christmas?
You're looking at it.
You must see Africa. Cradle of civilization. Fascinating people. Beautiful. Savages.
Back to the killer who wrote to you?
Yes, of course. It is my belief that he only penned this letter because he couldn't get through to me on the Dunbar show or here.
He tried to contact you here?
Several times I was out, but he spoke with my housekeeper. Didn't leave a number.
He's kind of crafty like that. Do you mind if I speak to her?
Not at all. But the real story is the letter.
I'll be back.
She's right this way.
Inspector Tosky, it is my belief this is a window into this man's soul. Killing is his compulsion. Even though he tries to ignore it, it drives him. It's in his blood.
Could be, or maybe he just likes the attention.
Didn't mean to scare you, but your right rear wheel is loose.
Really?
Which, if you like, I could tighten the lugs up for you.
If you don't mind.
Well, you can't be too careful. All done.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good night.
It's okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine.
Must have been worse than I thought. I can give you a lift to a service station.
Okay.
I didn't know you had a baby.
Oh, is that okay?
The more the merrier. You shouldn't smoke. It's a bad habit.
I think we just passed a filling station.
It was closed.
Do you always go around helping people in the night?
When I'm done with them, they don't need much help.
Shh, it's okay.
Before I kill you, I'm gonna throw your baby out the window. She was on the side of the road. She flagged me down.
What happened to her?
She said she jumped from a car. I found her like this.
What is it?
Your son
It'll be okay.
tried to kill me. My baby!
Where's your baby?
She didn't have one when I stopped.
Where's your baby?
Jesus.
You hid it?
In case he came back.
This is the Zodiac speaking. By the way, have you cracked the last cipher I sent you? I'm mildly curious as to how much money you have on my head now. I hope you do not think I was the one who wiped out that blue meanie with a bomb at the cop station, even though I talked about killing children with one.
This is the Zodiac speaking. I'd like to see some nice Zodiac buttons wandering around town. Everyone else has these buttons like peace, black power, Melvin eats blubber, etc. Well, it would cheer me up considerably if I saw a lot of people wearing my button. Please, no nasty
This
ones
is
like
the Zodiac speaking. I shot a man sitting in a parked car with a .38, Zodiac 12 SFPD 0. The map coupled with this code will tell you where the bomb is set. You have until next fall to dig it up.
This is the Zodiac speaking. I'm rather unhappy because you people will not wear some nice Zodiac buttons. So I now have a little list, starting with the woman and her baby that I gave a rather interesting ride for a couple of hours one evening a few months back that ended in my burning her car where I found them. We're really not going to run any more of his letters?
A new policy. Our brothers in blue want us to hold back and see how he reacts.
4 letters in 3 months, and this is the first mention of Kathleen Johns? That's very weird.
That's because he's full of shit.
What do you mean?
You don't know?
Welcome. Please put your stuff down. You're going down 5 rows and left, looking for the Modesto B from March.
I'm going to stand her and attempt not to vomit.
Left.
What am I looking for?
Kathleen Johns. Also probably want to pull the cron from, never mind. I'll see to that.
Okay, look at this letter again, the part about Kathleen Johns. Tell me what facts he gives.
A woman and her baby abducted.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
The car on fire.
Okay, now, look at the article from the B. Seen it yet?
Everything in the letter already appeared in the article.
And he's done it before. Officer Richard Raditich, shot sitting in his car.
Zodiac claimed that he shot someone in their car.
A couple days after this article came out, the police already had somebody in custody. Zodiac didn't do it, but took credit for it anyway, because he's in it for the press. He even stole his symbol.
What?
No, shit. If I show you something, you promise not to tell anyone?
Who would I tell?
Okay, totally solid point. That's the only place that word and that symbol ever appeared together before the letters. The guy stole his logo off a watch.
How can somebody who's killed 13 people...
He claims he's killed 13 people, but which ones can we actually confirm? There's 3 in Vallejo, 1 in Berryessa, the cabbie, that's it. Bobby, you almost look disappointed.
Chief's pulling everybody off buses. Business as usual.
Something will shake loose.
Not a peep in 4 months. First he won't shut up, and now...
Maybe we drove him underground.
Maybe he's gone.
311 at 582 Hay, cross of Fillmore. There's a male...
Happy birthday, Bill.
Thanks.
Does it ever bother you that people call you Shorty?
Does it bother you that people call you a retard?
Nobody calls me that.
Right.
Governor, I pledge to use all my influence to make sure that Darlene Ferentz killer is brought to justice. I believe some clues were overlooked in the murder of Darlene Ferentz. I believe
Who is
her
that?
murder was premeditated.
Florence Douglas, mayor of Vallejo. She's running for
The
governor.
police department either did not have the money, the time, or yes, the inclination.
Sayonara police endorsement. Good work, Flo.
Does anyone ever call me names? Or...
You mean like retard?
Yeah.
No.
I'm done. Jesus. Tell me it's not a piece of bloody shit.
Sir, fuck! All fucking cops!
I feel it in my bones. You ache to know my name, and so I'll clue you in. But then why spoil the game? Happy Halloween. Paul, you did call him a latent homosexual in at least one of your articles.
Dave, I want a gun.
A gun?
You're in Herb Kane. Paul Avery's investigation has won him the accolade of a message from the Zodiac warning, "You are doomed." As a result, several Cron newsmen are wearing lapel buttons reading, "I am not Paul Avery." You should sell these. You could do well.
It's been a windfall since they published a threat on my life. I've got leads coming out of the woodwork. This one guy down in Riverside. I'm gonna drive down to see him tonight. You wanna tag along?
No, I have a date.
Really?
Who is this guy?
He wishes to remain anonymous. I wish to remain infamous. So we're gonna get along great.
Hi. Amy, hi. I'm looking for a Melanie.
Yes, it's the young lady.
Thank you. You must be Melanie.
Which would make you Robert?
I would. Glennis told me lots about you. And you have wine. Great.
I do.
Wait, how late am I?
It's just a few minutes, really. I just got here myself.
Traffic, bumper to bumper. Is that the gun range?
Glennis said you were a cartoonist.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing at a gun range?
Reading. Get some more... You need some more napkins. Oh, so you work with, Glennis?
For her, actually.
For her? Oh. Well... My children are terrified of Glennis.
Me too.
Oh.
So the gun range.
Oh, I'm working on, do you know the Zodiac?
Yeah.
I'm working with, do you know who Paul Avery is?
Sounds kind of familiar.
He's the writer that the Zodiac threatened.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on TV.
Well, I work near him, and he's going down tonight to track an anonymous tipster down in Riverside. Where is Riverside?
It's near LA.
Oh, wow. I don't think Paul knows that it's that far away.
Sounds kind of dangerous.
Yeah. How do you mean?
Well, you said it was an anonymous tip, right?
Yeah.
So it could be an ambush. It could be the Zodiac.
Oh.
Don't you think it's kind of stupid?
Yeah. Well, Paul has a gun.
So, you know what's good here?
I've never been here before. The pasta, spaghetti.
Are you ready to order yet?
Yeah, I'll have the penne vodka, but could you do it in a cream sauce?
Of course.
Maybe give us another minute.
Do you have any change? Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's a penny.
Do you have to make a phone call?
Yeah, you know, when you were saying that the Zodiac... When you said it was dangerous, I just thought that it is dangerous, and it's...
Stupid?
Stupid, and I just thought that I should call his wife and just see if she's heard from him.
Well, I have some change.
Okay, well, she said she'd call when she heard from her.
Good.
Yeah. Melanie, I should go home and wait for the call.
Is this some sleazy plan to get me to go home with you?
What? No.
I'll get the food to go.
Hello? Hey, I'm supposed to meet somebody here.
Anything?
You don't have to stay.
Are you kidding? This is the most interesting date I've ever had.
Paul?
Robert.
Yes?
You sitting down?
Yes.
You're not gonna believe this.
Say, where's the dark
twist. The hunted has become hunter. San Francisco Chronicle reporter and Zodiac target Paul Avery claims to have uncovered new information regarding the only unsolved homicide in Riverside County's history. A 1966 Southern California murder that Avery now believes was the Zodiac's first victim.
What? I can call you about this?
The Riverside killer wrote to the press letters that I then took personally to the Office of Question documents.
And what did this expert tell you?
What I knew in my gut, Ron, the handwriting matches Zodiac's.
How'd you get the evidence out of Riverside?
He took it to show without telling us, the son of a bitch.
You know how bad this looks?
Hey, how do we know that this lead is real?
It's very real. You know how I know? Because I saw it on TV.
Dave. Dave, you know Mel Nikolai. He's working the case for justice. Good to see you again, Mel.
All due respect, can someone explain to me why I'm reading about breaks in this case in the Chronicle instead of getting calls from you?
We got screwed.
Dave, come on. You do get your name in the paper a lot. People talk.
I don't ever talk about an open investigation, period. Okay, Ken?
Dave? Hey. Hi. Paul Avery. Can I catch a ride with you, gents?
Not a good idea, Paul.
You can make me take a cab and we're going to the same place.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for choosing PSA.
No, no.
Please take your seats at this time.
Fair enough.
Remember, smoking is in the last 6 aisles only. Enjoy your flight.
Boss?
Yeah.
Hi. Inspector Dave Tosky, SFPD.
Oh, how you doing?
Great. Thanks for having us down today.
Oh, not at all. I hear you have some files for us.
I'll show you mine. You show me yours.
Frisco, huh?
That's right, San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco.
Ken Nala from Napa.
Ken?
Mel Nikolai Justice.
Mel? Here's what we know. Sherry Jo Bates attended Riverside Community College. She studies in the library the night of October 30th, 1966. She leaves with an unidentified male at closing, 9 p.m. Her body's found the next morning in a parking lot, stabbed to death. Her car is disabled. Someone cut the coil of the distributor, the battery died. That someone comes back, offers to help.
Like Kathleen Jones.
Who?
A woman outside of Modesto. Might be a Zodiac victim.
Might be. I have her account right here in this file.
Okay. A typewritten confession was sent to the Riverside Press Enterprise on November 29th, a month after Bates's murder. They ran it.
I'm not sick, I am insane, but that will not stop the game. This letter should be published for all to read. He wants to be published, he calls it a game. I mean, this could be our boy.
6 months later, the police, the girl's father, and the paper, they all received these.
Double posted, just like Zodiac.
These are what Sherwood Morrow matched to the Zodiac letters?
These in the desktop, Don. This was found a couple of months later by a janitor in RCC storage.
Sherwood got a handwriting match off wood? Who etches in their own handwriting?
To be honest with you, our letters and your letters, I don't see it.
How did Paul Avery get his hands on the exemplars?
I gave them to him. We talked on the phone the other day for about an hour, and I told him you were going to be here.
You told him we were meeting?
Yeah. I also told him we don't think this is Zodiac.
Okay, wait a minute. You don't think this is Zodiac?
We got a guy we like for it. We don't have enough to pin it on him yet, but we're pretty sure it's him.
If you don't think this is Zodiac, then why give anything to Avery?
I'm trying to cooperate.
Oh, that's how you cooperate? By giving information to reporters?
Look, I don't know about the handwriting, but Sherwood says it's a match, right? So let's just say that your guy did Sherry Jo. He types the confession, Zodiac reads it in the paper, and he writes a letter taking credit for it. Now, that's something he's done before.
Look, now you have everything we have. But in my opinion, you guys came south for nothing.
Prove bar, gentlemen, prove bar.
I don't care what he says. It still could be Z.
Problem is, the entire state already thinks it is.
Well, there's your press agent. Talk to him about it.
Come in peace. I don't want any trouble. Dave?
I really don't want to talk to you right now, Paul.
Just trying to do my job.
Oh, really? Well, now I can't do mine. We already screwed up the amount of tips we got on this thing, and you've just freaked out the entire state. I've got Napa, Vallejo, and DOJ looking at me sideways, and Riverside's telling me I'm on a snipe hunt.
Jesus, hey, Sherry Jo Bates was a gift. I gave that to you. You and Armstrong never would have found
This may not be Zodiac. Does that matter to you? Does it matter
What
that
if it
Riverside
is?
may not be able to make a case against their suspect because of you?
Tell it to Sherwood. I'm out here beating the bushes, trying to draw him out. We're in this together.
Well, we're not in anything together, Paul, because I'm not interested in upping my circulation.
Oh, boy. You wrote me. You threatened my life. Hey, Bullet. Been a year and a half. You gonna catch this fucking guy or not?
Go fuck yourself.
Happily.
You should have called me, Paul.
Yep.
Did you see this?
Unfortunately, yes.
Here comes every lunatic in California.
I'm the Zodiac.
And how did you kill your victims?
With a gun? No. With a hammer.
All I'm authorized to tell you is that he's still under government employment.
And who authorized you to tell me this?
That's all I'm authorized to say.
Only a little rat bastard like Andre could have done something like cut off all the victims' hands.
Zodiac didn't cut off any of the victims' hands.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Travis and I work here side by side for 10 years. His foot gets crushed in an accident, and the killings begin. Coincidence?
I don't know.
You're a cop, man. Do the math.
Have you considered the killer might be Paul Avery?
Frequently.
He was drinking Coors, getting a load on. Starts talking about hunting people, like that book. Says how you can put a light at the end of a gun to use as a sight in the dark.
He said that.
Yeah. So I asked him, how would you get away with it? And he said it'd be easy, because there'd be no real motive to the thing. Then he said he'd write letters to the police and call himself Zodiac to mess with them.
He liked messing with people.
You're positive he said Zodiac?
Yeah. I thought it was a stupid name, so I told him. He got up all upset and said, I don't care what you think. I thought about it a long time, and that's the name I'm going to use.
Did you feel like he'd been thinking about it a long time?
He was raw about losing his job at the school. He talked about shooting out the tires of a school bus and picking off the little darlings.
He actually used those words.
That's what made me remember. Afterwards, I told my wife I didn't want to see him again, and I haven't since. Other thing is, Lee's into skin diving. I know he's been up to that lake a bunch of times.
Lake Berryessa. Did you ever go with him?
A couple times. We went fishing by Poudre Creek, near there.
Tell him when you put it together.
About a year ago, in the paper, there was a story about the Zodiac. And it all comes back. I tried to call the local cops.
He blew him off. Thought he was a nut.
And you're sure the conversation you had about Zodiac took place on January 1st, 1968?
It couldn't have been any later. I started a new job in LA on January 20th. I had to move.
This is my problem. This guy...
Arthur Lee Allen?
This guy Lee just lays out his entire evil plan to a fishing buddy on New Year's Day.
I don't know. He's angry. He's been drinking, been thinking about it for a while. I can buy that.
So why didn't Cheney contact us sooner?
They checked. He did. First recorded contact with the police department about Allen was in Pomona, January 10th, 1970. He just got lost in the shuffle.
Did Cheney have anything against Allen? Did Allen screw his wife or anything?
We're going to do a full background check. But I got to tell you, I like this guy.
So let's pull some handwriting samples. Hi. I talked to Sherwood. He got the samples. What are you having?
BLT.
So, the check stubs are awash. There's not enough handwriting. The application's got more, but it doesn't look like Z, so he can't rule them in, but he can't rule them out either.
Well, that's vague.
He needs more samples. Also, our guy is a pervert. When Mel got the application from Valley Springs, I told him that Allen had been fired for touching kids.
Touching?
Polite euphemism. So what do you want to do?
Make some phone calls.
Are you done with the fries?
Go ahead.
Did you and Mr. Cheney have a chance to look at the copies of the Zodiac letters we sent you?
Yeah, some of this stuff is pretty creepy.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, creepy like Lee. He misspells words like that. He thinks it's funny.
What about the handwriting?
I don't know. Don't you have experts for that stuff?
Our man at Question Document says it's inconclusive.
Maybe he did it with his other hand.
The letters are a little too neat for someone to have written with the wrong hand.
But not for Lee, right?
What do you mean?
He's ambidextrous. He can write with either hand. Didn't you guys know that?
In everyday life, Allen uses his left hand. job applications, letters to friends, etc. But he writes the Zodiac letters with his right hand, producing a different handwriting that he can't be linked to.
We gotta see this guy, Chief.
Where is he?
Vallejo. He works at Union Oil in Pinole. His brother's up there, too.
See them both. Make sure you call Mullinax. It is his backyard.
All right, because that works so well for us in Riverside. Cooperation, that's us, at all costs.
You can talk to him in here. Coke machine's busted, by the way. I'll go get him for you.
So how do you guys want to do this?
Well, Bill talked to the informant. He leads, we follow.
It's okay by me.
Mr. Allen, I'm Inspector Bill Armstrong. This is Inspector Dave Tosky and Sergeant Jack Mullinax. We're investigating the Zodiac murders in San Francisco and Vallejo. Please, sit down. The informant notified us that you made certain statements 11 months prior to the first Zodiac murder. If they're true, they're quite incriminating. Do you recall having any such conversation?
No.
Have you ever read or heard anything about the Zodiac?
When it was first in the paper, but I didn't follow it after those first reports.
Why not?
Too morbid. I told all this to the other officer.
Which other officer?
From Vallejo.
Do you remember his name?
No, but it was right after the murder at the lake.
And what did you tell this officer?
I told him that I'd gone to Salt Point that weekend to skin dive, that I was alone, but I met a couple there. I have their names at home if you want them.
That would be great, Arthur.
Lee.
What?
Lee. Nobody calls me Arthur. Also, that day when I came home, my neighbor saw me. It was around 4, but I forgot to tell the other officer that.
Neighbor's name?
Bill White. He died a week or so afterwards. Heart attack, so I didn't think to call to follow up. The knives I had in my car with the blood on them, that blood came from a chicken that I killed for dinner. What? I had knives in my car that weekend. Maybe Bill saw them and called the other officer on me.
Well, we'll be checking in on that. Let me ask you something else. Were you ever in Southern California at any time in 1966?
Is this about the Riverside killing?
Yes.
Well, I guess I was there around that time. I used to go down there a lot. I like the auto races.
Foreman says that you're ambidextrous.
No, that's untrue.
You can't write with both hands.
My teachers tried to make me when I was a kid, but I couldn't. I'm left-handed.
He also said that you made statements about killing school children.
That is horrible. That's a horrible thing to say.
So you aren't angry about being fired from Valley Springs for touching your students?
I'm not the Zodiac. And if I was, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
That's a nice watch.
Thank you.
May I see it? May I see it? Where'd you get it?
It's a Christmas gift from my mother 2 years ago.
That's very sweet. So tell me something, Arthur. You don't remember anyone you might have had a conversation with regarding the Zodiac?
Maybe Ted Kidder or Phil Tucker at Vallejo Recreation. But I couldn't be positive. I used to work there. The most dangerous game.
What?
The Most Dangerous Game. That's why you're here, isn't it? It was my favorite book in high school. It's about this man who waits for people to get shipwrecked on his island. Because he was tired of hunting animals, he hunted the people for the challenge.
And man is the most dangerous animal of all?
That's the whole point of the story. Great book. Or at least that's what I told Phil. There you go.
Sure. Thanks for your time.
I'm willing to help in any way possible. I look forward to the day when police officers are no longer referred to as pigs.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
So does anyone think the suspect warrants further investigation?
These are copies of some of the Zodiac letters that were sent. We'd like you to take a look at them.
You think my brother's the Zodiac?
Well, we're looking at him.
Are you going to arrest him?
Mrs. Allen, we don't arrest people just because we're interested in them.
Well, Lee's always been troubled.
Is it true about the children?
Unfortunately, we don't see him much anymore since we found out.
What are your feelings about Don Chaney?
Don Chaney? My old roommate? Is he the one who contacted you?
That's confidential.
Well, Don's a very reliable guy. If he were to tell you something, I'd believe it to be true.
This one.
What about it?
Here, where he spells Christmas with 2 S's. We got a Christmas card from Lee a couple of years ago. He spelled it the exact same way. Christ Mass.
Would you still have that?
I can look for it.
Thank you, that'd be great.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
The brother said he would search Lee's apartment next time he went out of town.
That gets you around the warrant.
For the time being. If we do find something, Mullen X will go to the DA in Vallejo, and we could search the place properly. Now, I got a chance to talk to the cop who interviewed Lee Allen 2 days after the Berryessa murders. Doesn't remember how he got onto him, but didn't think he looked like a killer, so he didn't like him for Z.
But you do.
I wish I could have taken the guy in there.
Take it slow, Dave. Try and find more stuff for Sherwood. A match will get us farther on the warrants.
Avery's on 2.
Tell him to screw.
You want me to communicate that verbatim, or can I spice it up a little?
Paul, I've been thinking.
Oh, God save us all.
The letter to Melvin Belli was sent exactly 1 year after the Lake Herman Road murder, and the one to Sherry Jo Bates' father was sent exactly 6 months after her death. She was killed a day before Halloween, and you received a Halloween card.
You know, these are all fascinating pieces of minutia, Robert. It's a bit early in the day.
Paul, it's 11 o'clock and we missed editorial.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to
no.
wake you up. I just thought that.
This suspect is not your Zodiac.
The sample matches the canceled checks in the application.
Mm-hmm. Perfectly.
So we've just retested the left hand. I mean, we know he's ambidextrous.
In 38 years, I've never seen anyone that ambidextrous. Both hands would have commonalities. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work.
Homicide, Tusky.
Dave, Jack Mullenix.
Yeah.
We struck out with the judge. He won't sign off on a warrant for Allen's house.
Why not?
Said it wasn't enough. Now, unless we bring him a handwriting match or some evidence that...
How are we going to get evidence if we can't toss the house?
I don't know. Truly, I'm sorry.
No, thank you, Jack.
What do you want to do?
Don't know what I can do without Vallejo. We need Allen's right hand. We can't get it without a warrant.
Are there other guys we should be looking at?
Only what?
2,300?
Okay, then.
Okay, then.
You wrote the Justice Department asking to be put in charge of the Zodiac investigation?
I merely suggested
on our letter
that those with intimate knowledge of the case create an information clearinghouse to promote an exchange and free flow of ideas.
and that you run it.
Well, who's better than me? The marked man.
Paul, if you want to work here, I need 3 things. 1, stop boozing. 2, stop doing whatever else it is you're doing. And 3, cut this nonsense out.
Sweetest of Templetons, if at any time you feel my excellent work is no longer in step with this trashy provincial rag, I'll more than happily decamp for greener pastures.
Paul, I mean it.
Paul?
Yep.
What was that?
An editorial tete-a-tete. You want to grab a drink?
It's 10 in the morning.
Late breakfast? Early lunch? You know.
Are you okay?
No. Thank you for asking.
Shorty. Yeah. Let's go out for one.
Paul, where are you going?
So you moved off my brother-in-law.
We couldn't get a warrant.
Last year, we arranged for Lee to get help from a social worker. He only went twice. We saw him recently for the first time in 9 months. My mother-in-law brought him by to see the new baby. After he left, I went to see that social worker. He couldn't talk about a former patient, so I just asked him straight out if he thought Lee was capable of killing people.
Because of patient confidentiality.
The man said yes.
Why hadn't you seen him in 9 months?
He's going to school in Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa, where is he living?
In his trailer.
Santa Rosa?
Sonoma County. We wouldn't have to go through the Vallejo DA.
It's been 11 months since you talked to this guy, and now you want to search his trailer.
If we find something, great. If not, we get his prints and handwriting samples from both hands.
I thought sure would shut you down.
What if I can get a second opinion?
I don't want to step on Sherwood's toes. He
Terry,
trained me
all I
at
need to
this.
know is if the suspect is ambidextrous, could he possibly have written those letters with his other hand?
Between you and me? Because there are differing schools of thought on this. Get the samples of his other hand. If he's the Zodiac, you'll get a match.
That's the current thinking, according to Terry Pascal. Meanwhile, I spoke to a psychologist who'd be willing to testify that someone who undergoes a personality change like Zodiac would manifest it physically, altering his handwriting.
Which is why Sherwood couldn't get a match from Allen's samples. We got Terry Pascal, the psychology guy, coupled with Cheney. It could be enough for a warrant.
Get Cheney on the record.
And that he would call himself Zodiac.
Yes.
And you're willing to swear to this under oath in Superior Court.
Without any hesitation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cheney. Thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you.
Suspect is Arthur Lee Allen, lives in Sunset Trailer Court in Santa Rosa, California. Physical description. Allen is similar in height, weight, and build to a man seen at Lake Berryessa on the day of the stabbings.
I understand he doesn't look much like the San Francisco composite.
True, height and weight are sketchy, but lumbering Caucasian with a crew cut is right on.
We never had much confidence in the composite from the kids. The patrolman who saw Zodiac that night said he didn't look much like the sketch.
Military boot prints. Allen was in the Navy, wears a size 10.5, same size as the prints found at Berryessa.
What about guns?
Cheney says Allen owns several firearms. We'll list them in the warrant.
And the ciphers?
Could be code training in the Navy, and people have seen Allen with ciphers in the past.
Really? Who?
That would be his sister-in-law and a man named Phil Tucker that he worked with at a public pool in Vallejo.
And Phil Tucker told us about a conversation that he had with Allen about how to attach a flashlight to the barrel of a gun.
That gives us 2 sources on the ciphers and 2 on the flashlight.
What about his threats on children?
The suspect worked for elementary schools and was fired for molestation in March, April '68. Could give him motive.
At the very least, it's home turf. He'd have knowledge of bus routes, which the 2 major threats centered around.
What about the bomb?
Allen works as a chemist.
Take him through the geography.
Vallejo murders? Allen lives in Vallejo with his mother in her basement. Berryessa murder, on the day that the two kids were stabbed, his neighbor saw bloody knives in his truck, which he claimed were used to kill a chicken.
Does he have any alibis?
He claimed he did, but he's been unable to produce the names of the couple he supposedly met on the day of Berryessa.
The bottom line is Alan can't alibi up on anything. Riverside, Vallejo, the lake, or us. You want to tell him about the name?
What name?
Zodiac. Alan wears a watch that bears both the word and crosshair symbol. And he mentioned Zodiac to Cheney a year and a half before it appeared in any letter.
John.
That's pretty good, guys.
We think so too.
Let's take it to a judge.
Mr. Allen, this is the Santa Rosa Police Department. We have a warrant to search your residence.
Oh.
I'll check with the neighbors.
Close the door. Close it out. There's rodents running around.
Neighbor said he tore out of here about half hour ago. You think somebody tipped him?
We're not leaving till he comes back.
I'll check the back.
Jesus.
What?
Squirrels. Piece of work, this guy.
Whoa. Not one, but two blue windbreakers.
Like the sign scene.
We'll have those checked for blood. And a pair of black gloves. Men's 7, just like the ones we found in the cab. Well, he's got the same size shoes and gloves as Z. Probably just a coincidence.
Dave, I got a gun. Check that. 2 guns. Got both 22s, 1 automatic, 1 revolver.
That's interesting. Because he happens to have an M1 rifle here in the closet.
The little darling's bouncing off buses.
Someone's here.
Hello, Arthur. Remember us?
No.
And the handwriting?
Ballistics, no match. Prints, no match. Writing, no match.
On both hands, right? Because we got handwriting from both his hands.
And neither hand matches.
Forget Sherwood. Let's get another opinion.
Fellas, he's not your guy. Hey, what do you want? Time off? A hug?
Do you know what the worst part of this is? I can't tell if I wanted it to be Alan so bad because I actually thought it was him, or I just want all this to be over.
It's because you thought it was him. And I did too. You know what? Take some time off. Spend some time with your wife and the kids. Go to Candlestick. See a movie.
The city of San Francisco. I will enjoy killing one person every day until you pay me $100,000. If you agree, say so tomorrow morning in personal column San Francisco Chronicle, and I will set up meeting. If I do not hear from you, it will be my next pleasure to kill a Catholic priest or a scorpion. Who's on in their minds?
I gotta get out of here.
Where the hell does he expect me to find $100,000? You're
not thinking of paying him, are you, Mr. Maine?
The city of San Francisco does not pay criminals not to commit crime. Instead, we pay a police department. Chief, who's in charge?
Inspector Kelly, waiting outside.
Killer gets shot in the chest. That's how it ends.
Do I know you?
I'm Robert Graysmith. I work at the Chronicle with Paul Avery.
Fantastic. Nice to meet you.
Dave, Harry Callahan did a hell of a job in your case.
Yeah. No need for due process, right? What do you do at the Chronicle?
I'm a cartoonist.
That's nice.
You're gonna catch him.
Cal, I already make your movies about it.
Have concluded an agreement to end the war and bring peace with honor in Vietnam.
Charles Manson for the Tate LaBianca mass murder. Pleaded guilty in the Chowchilla kidnapping. In the murder trial of Juan Corona. With the slave. Chairman Mao died today.
An absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Of hostility and to launch a new
has now led to the death of 50,000 Americans and several hundred thousand Vietnamese.
Patricia Hearst was kidnapped by the Symbionese Liberation Army.
Stand up together. Say no more.
Sanctions to put an end to apartheid.
Your Declaration of Independence broke that thing.
Americans admire the United Kingdom.
Mr. Hoffman has disappeared.
We have no information
despise our own government.
That the police have captured a man whom they believe to be the son of Sam.
Hi, we haven't met. I'm Robert Graysmith.
I'm Duffy Jennings.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
You had a great desk. The guy who used to work here was a great reporter.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he was. I mean, it's an honor to leave the Chronicle and go work for the Sacramento Bee. Dare to dream, right, Robert? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. I'm just right down there at the art department if you need anything done.
You sure you don't want the car, Bill? It's your turn. You just drop me off at my place and take the car.
You should keep the car.
Yeah?
I'm not coming in tomorrow.
What's up?
I'm done. I put in for a transfer.
Where?
Looking at fraud. I can't be on call anymore. Want to see these kids grow up.
Good for you, Bill.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I'm not leaving you holding the bag on anything, am I?
No.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I have a chance to try your Japanese food, the raw stuff.
I'm not Paul Avery.
boys need to be tucked in, please, and the baby needs changing.
I'll flip you for it.
You wish. Nobody has more Zodiac crap than you do.
Are you kidding me?
Hi, Paul.
Permission to come aboard. It's right there. I know, but you got shoes on. This is perfect right here. That's the one.
Hey.
See that? Mesmerizing.
Oh, yeah. My own kids would kill me for one of those. How are you?
Fantastic. I mean, admittedly, the bee ain't exactly the crown, but fuck it, right? Do you want a drink? I don't have anything blue, but I got...
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it.
No bother at all. Nobody comes by from the old days. Cheers. To your health. Mine. Mostly mine. So, what's new?
I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Somebody should write a book.
Somebody should write a fucking book, that's for sure. About what?
About Zodiac.
It's not new.
I've been thinking that if you put all the information together, maybe you could jog something loose. And then I was thinking that nobody knows the case better than you.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you know all the players, and you have all the files.
Lost them.
You lost them?
Or I tossed them. I don't know, I moved onto a boat. You know that we work in the daily business, right? As in today. What do you think we were doing back then? Do you know that more people die in the East Bay commute every 3 months than that idiot ever killed? He offed a few citizens, he wrote a few letters, and he faded into footnote. Not that I haven't been sitting here idly, waiting for you to drop by and reinvigorate my sense of purpose. It's 4 years ago, let it fucking go.
You're wrong. It was important.
Then what did you ever do about it? If it was so fucking important, what did you ever do? You hovered over my desk, you stole from wastebaskets. Am I being unkind? Oh, that's right, I forgot. You went to the library.
I'm sorry I bothered you. Hey, hi.
Hey. Where you been?
The library. Thank you. Inspector Toski?
Yeah, one moment, please.
Hi. Hi. We met at the movies once. You're busted by magic. I'm Robert Graysmith. I work at the Chronicle. I was wondering if I could buy you lunch.
Sure, why not? So you're a friend of Paul Avery's?
He's actually the reason I'm here. I wanted to ask you about Zodiac.
Well, I appreciate the interest, but we don't discuss open cases.
Well, what's going on with it day to day?
We're actively pursuing all leads.
And you're the only one on it, right?
Mr. Graysmith, Zodiac hasn't written in 3 years. You know how many murders we've had in San Francisco since then?
No.
Over 200. It's a lot of dead people and grieving families that need our help.
So nobody cares?
Excuse me? I care.
Okay, can I show you something? I've been doing research on the first cipher. Everything an amateur would need to create it can be found in these books. Now, I started thinking that if you can track these books, then maybe you can track the man. So, I remember you thought that Zodiac was military, so I went to every base library, and I got a list of every person who's ever checked out these books, and that's when I found this.
Listen.
And it means they were stolen.
So almost every book on ciphers was stolen from the Presidio Library.
And the Oakland Army Terminal Library. Somebody didn't want a record of ever having checked out these books.
Who are you again?
I just want to help.
I can't allow you to help. I can't discuss the case with you. I can't give you information, and I certainly couldn't tell you to go see Ken Narlow in Napa. Narlow.
I'm sorry, Mr. Graysmith, but we don't cooperate with writers.
Well, I'm not a writer. I'm a cartoonist.
And Dave Toschi sent you?
Yes.
Why?
Maybe he thought that I could do some good.
What are you, some kind of Boy Scout?
Eagle Scout, actually, first class.
Well, if you want to do this, don't let me stop you. Better start with Vallejo, Jack Mullenix.
I understand what you're trying to do. But this is an open police investigation.
I'm a friend of Dave Toschi's, and he said that you might be able to help. I mean, the case is dead. Zodiac's long gone. He's yesterday's news, right?
That's what they say.
So what's the harm?
No pens, no paper. Anything that you see that's relevant, you gotta remember in your head.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Which one?
All of them. And there's more in the next room. And I'll mark with these numbers.
3, 6.
You don't smoke, do you?
Once. In high school.
What's this?
Thank you.
Man, you really creeped us out.
Said nothing and began firing. The painting party. Sister Linda. So just deep breathing. George. This is strange man. Just so strange man. Thank you so much. Oh, briefcase. Oh, thanks.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Barbara.
Who's that?
It's Graysmith. Some cartoonist thinks he's gonna solve the Zodiac.
Well, good for him.
Thank you for meeting me. We're not meeting, Robert. We're just two guys who happen to be sitting on the same bench at the same time. I've got 5 minutes. I've got to get back to the hall.
Okay. As far as you know, did anyone ever get in touch with Mike Majot during your investigation and show him suspect photos?
Why?
Well, he's the only surviving victim who ever saw Zodiac without a mask.
Why are you asking me? Majot and Darlene, that's Vallejo's case. Paul Stein is mine. We've got 4 minutes now.
Darlene Ferrin is being followed. Now, I know Molnek says that they already found this guy, George Waters, but he also said that she had a lot of admirers who would come to the restaurant where she worked.
She was popular.
Very. Yeah, so she and her husband, they move into their new house, and one night they throw this painting party.
What's a painting party?
It's a party where people come and help you paint.
Sounds like a terrible party.
Well, supposedly somebody who's not Waters shows up, and Darlene is terrified of him.
So you think that Darlene knew Zodiac?
And if Zodiac knew Darlene, then maybe Majot knows Zodiac.
Maybe, but Majot's gone. So if you want to connect Darlene to Zodiac, you're going to have to find another way.
I have another way. Phone calls the night of Darlene's murder.
Yeah, Zodiac called the police?
No, Dave, there were 4 other calls. There were 2 to Darlene's house, 1 to Darlene's brother-in-law, and 1 to Darlene's father-in-law. Just heavy breathing. They started around 1:30 a.m., and this is before anyone in the family knew that Darlene had been shot.
This was in the Vallejo files?
Yeah. God damn it. It's got to be more than just a coincidence, right? I mean, somebody doesn't just randomly prank phone call a victim's entire family 90 minutes after they've been shot. So either Zodiac shoots a random couple, then he recognizes Darlene.
Or Darlene was shot on purpose.
Either way, Zodiac had to have known Darlene.
That's good, Robert.
So I can't find Majot, so maybe I can find Darlene's sister. Maybe she can tell me who this mystery man is.
I'll try that. I've got to go. She's very cute. You know, it's interesting that you should mention Zodiac calling people at home. He did that in San Francisco once.
What? Who did he call?
I can't tell you. That's privileged information. But maybe Melvin Belli could.
Melvin Belli. How do I get to Melvin Belli?
He should be along soon.
Oh, that's all right. I've only been waiting 2 hours.
He's usually not this late.
Oh, cookies. Thank you. These look great.
You're here on business?
I'm writing a book about the Zodiac.
I remember that I spoke to him.
You mean to Mr. Belli about the case?
No, to the Zodiac when he called. He said he had to kill because it was his birthday.
He said it... Wait, he said it was his birthday?
Yes. You want something to drink?
When was this?
Oh, so many years ago. Mr. Belli was away for Christmas. Gone for a week. The Zodiac called, wanted to talk to him. I said, he is not here. He said, I have to kill. Today is my birthday. And then he hangs up. Then the letter arrived.
So the call came before the letter of December 20th. Mr. Belli was gone for a week?
He came back on Christmas. Not a good day to work.
So he left on the 18th.
Is that helpful?
He said it was his birthday.
Al, well, you have to confirm that now, wouldn't you?
How?
Well, I never spoke to her, but maybe my partner did.
How do I get a hold of him?
You don't. Bill wanted out of this. As far as I'm concerned, he should stay out.
How do I confirm it?
Well, if my partner did talk to someone from Justice, then they would have had to put that in a report. That's standard procedure.
Okay.
Mel Nikolai.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
I just need to confirm a date.
Mr. Graysmith?
I've narrowed it down between the 18th and the 20th of December, and I just
Okay,
need...
I'll play. Let's say this phone call did take place. Let's say it really was Zodiac. Why would he volunteer the day he was born? Plus, nobody died on December 18th, just like nobody died over the weekend when he was going to kill a dozen people, or when he was going to shoot school kids or blow up buses. He's a liar, Mr. Graysmith.
What if he made a mistake? What if he wasn't lying? What if it was him on the phone? He didn't expect to pick it up, a nice person to pick up.
What if? Look, off the record, Bill Armstrong checked this out. We took this very seriously. None of the suspects had the same birthday as this phantom caller.
Bill Armstrong.
Can I give you a piece of advice? You're looking in the wrong place. Handwriting, fingerprints, that's what this whole thing's about. Stick to the evidence.
Hey. Hey, how's your day?
Sherwood Morrill?
He's a handwriting expert in Sacramento.
He called. He said he can meet you tomorrow morning at 7.
Oh, great.
So you're taking off work?
Just an hour.
Sacramento's 2 hours away.
Really?
Yes. What's this?
Oh, that's that article.
Robert Graysmith has quietly been shopping his book about the Zodiac.
Yeah.
It talks all about you researching Zodiac.
Well, that's what the article's about.
I'm not so sure that's something we want people to know about.
Why, are you embarrassed?
Robert, what's the one thing we know about Zodiac? He reads the Chronicle?
Yeah, but he's never gonna read Herb Cain. Hello?
Mr. Graysmith? Robert Graysmith mentioned in the paper today.
Yeah?
I can tell you who the Zodiac is.
Who's this?
The Zodiac killer is obsessed with movies. He recorded his murders on film. I tried to tell the police, but they wouldn't follow through on it. There's a man you need to find. His name is Bob Vaughn. A-U-G-H-N. He's a friend of the Zodiac's. Mr. Vaughn does not know his friend is a killer, and he's storing some film canisters for him. These canisters is the evidence.
Okay, you have a friend? Who's this friend?
You have quite enough to get started.
Oh, please.
Zodiac's name is Rick Marshall.
Your toast is burning.
We choose at some point in our lives how to physically construct each letter. Once we lock that into our brains, our handwriting may change over the years, but the moves themselves remain unaltered. Understand?
Yes.
Except Zodiac's doesn't. Specifically with his K. In his first letters, he executed the K with 2 strokes. Later letters, he did them with 3.
Why?
We don't know. Excuse me, I gotta spray this.
How many suspects were cleared through handwriting?
All of them. Also the print in the cab. No match was ever found.
Is there any way that someone could beat a handwriting test?
No. Whoever the Zodiac is, he's not someone I cleared. About a month ago, a man showed up on my doorstep, very distraught. His name was Wallace Penny. He said he knew who the Zodiac was. Gave me a name. Rick somebody?
Rick Marshall?
Yeah.
I think that the man who you talked to called me too.
Well, after he left, then I checked my files. I never cleared a Rick Marshall.
Hello? Hello, who is this? It's the wrong number. Does the name Rick Marshall mean anything to you?
What are you after?
What do you got?
Hypothetically? You just named my favorite suspect in the whole case. This is off the record. A couple years back, I was trying to get Marshall's prints. I handed him a photo. He looks at it, he's about to give it back, and he stops and he says, "My goodness, I got fingerprints all over this." And he wipes them off.
Well, why didn't you test him for handwriting?
Because when they finally did run his prints, they cleared him against the one in Stein's cap.
So then it's not him.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
No, what do you mean?
Zodiac left gloves behind at the scene. If he had the foresight to bring gloves with him, how the hell is he going to accidentally leave a print behind?
But it was in the victim's blood.
Could have been one of the bystanders, or a cop just reaches out, boom, false print.
Yeah, but that print disqualified 2,500 suspects.
Which is why we also used handwriting.
But not for Rick Marshall.
SFPD saw a handwritten sign in the window of his house. Decided it looked nothing like the Z letters, so they just moved on.
How do they know that Rick Marshall wrote the sign?
My thoughts exactly. Rick Marshall was a Navy man. He received code training. He was also a projectionist at a silent film theater.
Well, then how do I get copies of Rick Marshall's handwriting?
3 ways. 1, get a warrant, which you can't. 2, get him to volunteer, which he won't.
And 3,
get creative.
I don't know what to tell you. You get it, I'll analyze it. And
Beyond that, you're on your own.
What about the guy who came to see you, the one who called me?
You mean Wallace Penny?
Yeah, did he leave a number? Hi, this is Robert Graysmith.
How did you find me?
I need a sample of Rick Marshall's handwriting.
I told you, Vaughn.
Mr. Penny, if Rick Marshall is the Zodiac, I need a sample of his handwriting to confirm it. Can you help me or not?
Rick used to draw movie posters for the theater Vaughn worked at. I'll send one down.
Thank you.
I'll need to see more samples.
Yeah, but is it...
Oh, no, it's as close as I've ever seen. You have to tread lightly here. We're talking about implicating this man as the Zodiac.
Who I can get more? I'll just find Vaughn and I'll track down Linda. I mean, Linda is Darlene's sister. I've been to the DMV and I talked to her parents, but still, nobody knows where to find her.
Mr. Graysmith, most of the writing matches the exemplar. In a way, though, it's the part that doesn't match that scares me the most.
What do you mean?
Well, on the poster, the one letter that absolutely, positively does not match is the letter K.
You wouldn't happen to have any animal crackers in there, would you?
Unit 5, Tosca needs to call in all landlines.
Hey, Dave Tosky?
I'll connect you.
Dave.
Yeah, what's up?
Jennings here from the Chronicle.
Came in this morning and you need to see it right now.
See what?
The new Zodiac letter. And it mentions you.
Okay. All right, come on. Hall of Justice. Now. Come on.
Dave.
You have it with you? This is the Zodiac speaking. I'm back with you. Tell Herb Cain I am here. I have always been here. That city pig Tosky is good, but I am smarter and better. He will get tired, then leave me alone. I'm waiting for a good movie about me. Who will play me? I'm now in control of all things.
These guys are from Internal Affairs.
We need to talk.
Terrorized the Bay Area has broken his silence of 51 months. In a letter claiming, "I am back with you," the Zodiac makes no overt threats against the citizenry and uses that his life and times would make the basis.
Carrots are perfect.
First 66-word message also manages to mention San Francisco Chronicle columnist Herb Cain and the department's own David Tosky by name. Are they targets?
Fine, but you have to come back and finish at least half of what's on that
Our
plate.
coverage on the
Okay?
player's return begins as Alan Freeman has more.
Thank you, Eric. San Francisco Chronicle columnist Armistead Maupin says that he thinks not only is this new letter a forgery, but it was written by the very man trusted to hunt down this killer, David Tosky. Maupin, a very well-respected author, has gone on record saying that he believes Tosky wrote the letter to drum up publicity for himself.
Maupin used David as a character in his column. David got a kick out of it, and so he wrote a couple of anonymous letters asking for the character to be brought back.
It was like writing fan mail to himself, that's all. But David did not write that letter.
No, I'm sure that he didn't. And I'm sure that this will all blow over.
Blow over?
They kicked him out of homicide. They made him give his handwriting like some common criminal.
May I talk to him?
No.
Okay, can you just ask him if he ever investigated a man named Rick Marshall?
Is that all you can think about? Mr. Graysmith, Maupin works at your paper. We trust...
Dave, no one in my... Dave. I'll catch up to you. You stop calling my house. Do you understand
I just
me?
need your help to find Linda.
Jesus.
Look, 2 seconds. Look, we've been running handwriting samples.
Who's we?
Sherwood and I.
Sherwood? Sherwood, who was fired from Question Documents? Sherwood, who drinks like Paul Avery now?
He retired.
Is that what he told you?
What are you saying? He's wrong?
I'm saying stop calling my house.
We ran them on Rick Marshall.
No, Robert.
No, I know you don't think it's him.
No,
but I think that Marshall knew Darlene, and I can't talk to Majot or Linda, so I'm going to talk to Bob.
Robert, stop it.
What?
Okay, the Rick Marshalls of this world will suck you dry. They're blind alleys.
What? He said he wasn't going to announce his murders anymore, Dave. He was just going to do them.
Do you know what the chances of us arresting someone are now? Too much time has gone by, okay? Too much of the evidence is lost. People get old, Robert. They forget. I have been a cop for 25 years. Murder police for 12. What do you do for a living?
You know what I do for a
You're a
living.
cartoonist.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying Zodiac was my job. It is not yours.
He's still out there, Dave.
No, Robert, I am through with this. I am through with you.
What about September 26, 1970?
Okay, which one is that?
Lake Tahoe nurse goes missing.
One day before the vernal equinox. Dad?
Yeah, mark that.
Oh, got another on June 19th, 1971.
Well, that's gotta be near the summer solstice.
Oh, guys, don't tell Mom about our special project, okay?
How come you and Mom don't sleep in the same bed anymore?
Hello?
Mr. Graysmith, it's Ken Narlow from Napa.
Oh, Captain Narlow. Thank you for calling me back.
Yeah, how can I help?
I called you because we've been cross-referencing lunar cycles with the Zodiac's timeline. More often than not, each cycle since '69 corresponds with an attack, with one of the letters, or an unsolved homicide.
Who's working with you on this?
Some colleagues.
Dad?
Can you hold on one
Dad?
second? What is it?
What's this?
In the decades since the Zodiac's last cipher was received, every federal agency has taken a crack at decoding it. But today, where those agencies had failed, a cartoonist has succeeded. How did you do it?
Oh, just a lot of books from the library, and I love puzzles, so I
Fucking library.
I believe that you can accomplish anything if you put your mind.
That's a J? Okay. Honor King. Thank you so much. Hey, we found Linda. She's in jail. Isn't that great?
How'd you do it?
Because she'll be able to identify Rick What are you talking about?
You went on TV. You put yourself out there for him to see.
Hun, you're being paranoid.
And who's been calling our house in the middle of the night at least once a week?
Nobody.
What's it gonna take for you to be done with this?
I can't talk about this now. I have to go see Bob Baum.
Well, that's too bad, because we're gonna talk about this. And when is it gonna be finished? When you catch him? When you arrest him?
Be serious.
I am serious.
I need to know who he is. I need to stand there. I need to look him in the eye. And I need to know that it's him.
Is that more important than your family's safety?
Of course not.
Why? Why do you need to do this? Why?
Because nobody else will.
That's not good enough.
Are you done? Can I go?
Mr. Vaughn? Mr. Graysmith?
Yes.
Hi, you needed to speak to me?
Yes, there's a coffee shop right on the corner.
Why don't we just go to my home?
Oh, I don't want to put you out.
It's no trouble at all. Where are you parked?
Just right there.
You can follow me.
Oh, okay.
Watch your step.
Very nice house. Oh, thank you. very rustic.
Can I take your jacket?
No, thank you. It's fine.
Okay. This way, please. Have a seat.
Thank you.
How about some tea?
Oh, no, I'm all right.
Sure?
Yes, I wanted to ask you about a film that the Avenue may have played while you were the organist there. The Most Dangerous Game.
Oh, it's a classic. RKO 1932. Fay Wray, Joel McCrea, Leslie Banks. We've run that picture many times.
In 68, 69?
I'd have to check my records. Why?
Do you remember the Zodiac?
This is about Rick Marshall, isn't it?
He was a projectionist there, right?
For a time, yes. But I have no occasion to correspond with him these days.
Okay, well, there is a connection between one of the Zodiac attacks and that film.
You mean the symbol? Hold on. The Zodiac symbol on film. It's on the countdown. It's trimmed off each reel before it's shown, but it always arrives with it. Right then. The first time I saw it in the papers, I thought about that.
We got a tip that Rick left a film canister here that he told you never to open.
Tip about a mysterious film canister.
Is it true?
Yes.
Did you open it?
No.
May I see it?
Rick took it back in 1972. This tip is how you got it in your head that Rick is the Zodiac.
That and the poster.
The poster.
The poster that Rick drew. The handwriting is the closest that we have ever come to a match.
Rick didn't draw any posters.
No, he drew this one.
Mr. Graysmith, I do the posters myself. It's my handwriting.
I won't take any more of your time.
Why don't I just go and find out when we played that film?
Well, that's all right.
It's not a problem. They're just down in the basement.
Not many people have basements in California.
I do. Coming, Mr. Graysmith? The original Studio One sheets I always kept for myself. The cheapo knockoffs like you brought today, I end up tossing into the back alley.
You live alone?
Most Dangerous Game ran in May '69, so that would be about 9 weeks before the first Zodiac letter, correct?
Yeah.
Do you think he saw the film in our theater and was inspired?
Are you sure there's nobody else in the house?
Would you like to go upstairs and check?
No. Thank you. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
It's locked. Thank you.
Good night, Mr. Graysmith.
Guys?
You've got 5 minutes.
Linda? I'm Robert. Did you get my note?
What's this about?
Zodiac.
Figures. You got the look.
What look?
I didn't mean anything.
Tell me about this painting party.
I told the cops about that so long ago. Darlene always had a lot of boys around, even though she was married. And this one guy was weird, though. He used to bring her presents from Tijuana, and I don't know why she was friends with him. She once told me he'd killed somebody.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe when he was in the service.
Navy?
I think so.
Was he into movies? Was he a movie buff?
I can tell you that he was not into people. The party Darlene threw, people were supposed to just show up and drink beer, help paint, but this guy showed up in a suit and just sat in a chair all by himself all night long, didn't talk to anyone. And Darlene told me to stay away from him. She was scared of him. And a couple weeks later, she was dead.
Sorry. Do you remember his name?
I mean, it was short, like a nickname, like Stan.
Rick?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
How can you be sure? It's a long time ago. Think hard.
I am thinking hard.
It was Rick.
No, it wasn't.
It was Rick. It was Rick Marshall.
No,
Just say it.
it wasn't Rick. It was Lee.
Lee?
Yeah, Lee. Sounds right.
Officer! I need you to let me in. It's an emergency? No, I just need to see one file.
No, you need to come
One
back
file,
tomorrow
just
morning.
1 second.
8 a.m.
Sergeant Molex! Sergeant, I just need to see one file. Just give me 5 minutes. I know exactly where it is. Please.
I shouldn't be talking to you. You got 5 minutes.
Okay. Here. Linda states that some of Darlene's closest friends are Lee, who used to bring Darlene presents from Tijuana.
So what?
He knew her. Linda said Lee. This is Lee.
That's just one name in a file that contains hundreds. It's nothing.
Dave Toschi
agrees with me. Our investigation into the subject is over. Sorry.
Oh. No. Who's there?
You didn't return my calls.
Oh, I've been kind of busy.
Yeah, I can see that. How's the book coming? I tried to send you these. I called the Cron.
Well, I'm not a cartoonist anymore, so.
I heard. When's the last time you ate something?
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Did it ever?
Yeah, it did.
Robert, it was just the date that didn't end.
You don't mean that.
A little. The kids miss you.
Can't have them see me like this.
Neither can I. So do whatever you have to. But finish this.
Dave! Dave, it's Robert! Dave!
Is he actually here?
I'm gonna kill him. I'm calling SFPD. Where's my gun? Dave! Robert! Go away!
Dave, you made a mistake!
Get away from the window.
I mean, you're around front.
No, you won't.
You have to hear this.
No, I don't, Robert.
The birthday was the one time that he was weak. The one time that he gave something away.
Robert, I am calling the police.
It's Arthur Lee Allen. Where did you get that name? Called to Bill I's house. December 69. I need to kill. Today's my birthday. It was his birthday. Arthur Lee Allen was born on December 18th. Get in here. Here you go. Thanks.
He wrote me, you know. 2,500 suspects. The only one who ever wrote me a letter was Lee Allen.
They like to help, you know, sometimes.
Yes, Robert, I know. He was arrested January 1975 for molestation. He sent me that when he got out.
Dear Dave, if I can ever be of any help to you, just let me know. I'm sorry I wasn't your man. And it's typewritten.
Using a typewriter is not a crime.
And he knew Darlene. It's in the Vallejo files. Molnek said that he was your favorite suspect, that you spent 2 years on him, and that nobody ever came close.
All the evidence said no. Sherwood disqualified his handwriting.
The same Sherwood that drinks like Paul Avery now. Yes, you have Sherwood Morrow in writing saying, I'm sorry, this just won't work, but you also have Terry Pascoe.
His protege.
Yeah, fine, it's his protege, but he's a handwriting expert nonetheless, and he's saying do not disqualify this suspect on the basis of handwriting, so the two cancel each other out.
No, they don't. It was Sherwood's case. He was the head of question documents. If it went to trial, all the defense would have to do is call Sherwood to the stand. And there was no way of getting Allen into court in the first place. Because there was no evidence, Robert.
What do you mean there's no evidence? You have him seen with the ciphers, the military boot prints, the same size shoes and gloves, the most dangerous game, the Zodiac watch, the background of school children, the misspellings of Christmas, the bloody knife.
All circumstantial. Paul Stein's shirt, his wallet, his keys. We should have found one of those things in that trailer. We didn't.
That's... Okay. Catherine Allen states that Lee cleaned out his trailer on Friday after work and moved it to Santa Rosa on Saturday, August 7th, 1971. You interviewed him at the refinery on August 4th.
Yeah.
So he's cleaning out his trailer, he's moving it to a different county 48 hours after you interviewed him? Okay. Okay. Look at this stuff side by side, Dave. All right. Okay, Arthur Lee Allen and the Zodiac, their timelines. When was the first murder in Vallejo?
Christmas 1968.
8 months before that, Allen is fired for molesting his students, and his family discovers that he's a pedophile. Now, when do the letters begin?
July 69.
After the murder of Darlene Farron, and they continue until you go to see him at work. Now, after that, do any of the letters contain swatches of Paul Stein's shirt? No, because he dumped him because he got scared, because he knew that you were onto him. So when's the next letter from Zodiac?
Not until January of 1974.
He is silent for 3 years. Then in 74, he feels comfortable again because everybody's moved off Allen as a suspect. And what do we get? 3 new letters from Zodiac in January, May, and July in 74.
But then the letters stop.
What happens to Allen?
He's arrested.
January 1975, they send him to Atascadero. We don't get another letter from Zodiac the entire time he's there.
When is he released?
August 77.
Alan gets out, he types you an apology, and then what? We get our first new Zodiac letter in 4 years.
Okay. Zodiac had to have known Darlene Ferrin, right?
Yes, because of the phone calls on the night of her murder.
Because of the Vallejo file, we know that Darlene knew a man named Lee?
Yes.
So all coincidence aside, Robert, how can you be sure that Lee Allen is a Lee from this file? Now, Vallejo is a small town, but it's not that small. How do you put the two of them together?
This is a case that's covered both Northern and Southern California, with victims and suspects spread over hundreds of miles. Would you agree?
Yes.
Darlene Ferrin worked at the Vallejo House of Pancakes on the corner of Tennessee and Carroll. Arthur Lee Allen lived in his mother's basement on Fresno Street. Door to door. That is less than 50 yards.
Is that true?
I've walked it.
Jesus Christ.
So?
The prints, the handwriting.
I'm not asking you as a cop.
But I am a cop. I can't prove this.
Just because you can't prove it doesn't mean it's not true.
Easy, Dirty Harry. Finish the book. Thank you. Thank you for breakfast.
Can I help you?
No.
Joe. Thanks for coming to see me.
You're the one I talked to on the phone?
I'm George Bauer, Vallejo PD. I took over for Jack Molex.
It's been 22 years. I don't know how I can help you.
Well, this is just a formality. I'm going to show you a group of photographs. Now, the person that shot you may or may not be among these photographs.
You don't have to pick anybody out just because I'm showing you these pictures, you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Take your time. If you don't recognize anyone, that's okay.
It's him.
How sure are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He had a round face like this guy.
Wait, am I to understand that you're now identifying this second photograph?
No, just that he had a round face like that. It's this man.
All right. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being positive, how sure are you?
At least an 8. Last time I saw this face was July 4th, 1969. I am very sure that's the man who shot me.
Thrown like a star in my vast sleep, I opened my eyes to take a peek, to find that I was by the sea, gazing with tranquility. Just then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love, then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 sad. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 sad. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 sad. Histories of ages past, unenlightened shadows cast down through all eternity, the crying of humanity. 'Tis then when the hurdy-gurdy man comes singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man comes singing songs